Hello everyone, my name is Jerkutus. I started Hunt Showdown during the alpha and leveled Bloodrank up to 34 and 56 during that time. That's a lot of hours, and currently I'm at 72 in the early access. During this video I will guide you through the basics of Hunt Showdown's gameplay. Main objective in this video is to give new players the basic understanding of monsters and objectives. This video will be followed by a lot of in-depth ones, with some hardcore montage material and funny moments. Hope you enjoy. Alright, let's talk about the leveling system. Ranks and experience are consistent on two categories. One being the hunter level, which you can train up if you survive each game. Dying will result to permanently losing that hunter, and the only option remains is hiring a new one, using gold at the start, at level 1 again. But if you happen to survive games, you can upgrade your health bars up to 150, use your trait points and upgrade all the traits you can buy depending on your blood rank. Blood rank is permanent. You can't lose these levels you gained blood rank even if you die with your hunter in games. Blood rank unlocks more traits, weapons, tools, consumables, which your hired hunters can use. And currently after rank 33, tier 2 hunters become available. After rank 66, tier 3 hunters become available. Higher tiered hunters have better starting gear, weapons and more health and traits. Now let's talk about the map. Each game has 16 compounds. One of these compounds has the big and bad lurking around, looking to whoop some hunter ass. To track which compound the thing is in, you will have to find clues using your dark sight. Each clue will remove 5 compounds from the map that will not have the boss in or any further clues. After you find 3 clues, only 1 compound is left, which will contain the boss you're hunting and most likely other hunters camping for you or killing the boss. Sometimes camping is the best option here if you find the boss very early on the game, since other hunters will be able to get a jump on you while you're having a fight with the boss. This will turn most likely in your disadvantage. While you're navigating in the map, you will cross paths with different tells. These tells react to nearby players and will start making sounds that will alert other players and monsters in your area. These tells can be a flock of crows that will startle and fly away while calving, dog or chicken cages, or your everyday horse chilling on the ground. The environment can also hide tells. Open doors or rattling metal chains are a good pointer to other players' locations. You can also kill the caged animals or horses, but killing tells is rarely a good idea since you're removing a possible tell from yourself while making noise anyways. In my opinion, if you're new to the game, don't rush. Basically make as little noise as possible, since every experienced hunter will know your location in seconds if they are nearby and you run past the tell. Using crouch, you can basically get past anything without making too much noise, as long as you don't walk directly through them. I prefer running in open areas since I'm much easier to get picked in a field by a headshot if I'm crouching there. Crouch through tells basically. Try to scout your surroundings while moving and pick monsters with melee one by one. I use tells like small notes. When I enter compounds, I register the position and entrances of these tells, and after that I can tell the direction and position of people who enter the same compound. For example, north has horses, south has crows, west has zombies, east has chickens. Now whichever sound I hear, I know where it's coming from. Basically free kills. So let's move on into the main objective of the game, killing the boss and getting the loot. In the Hunt Showdown, every boss fight is different. Currently we have 2 bosses in the early access, though more are bound to come. The first boss is called the Butcher, big meat covered giant wearing a pig's head. Butcher is immune to fire, and the easiest way to kill it is using shotguns and explosives. In my opinion, the easiest way to deal with the Butcher is basically baiting it in turns. Your friend shoots if you're running, etc. Boss can throw fire at you that will leave flames behind. Make sure you dodge it by outrunning him. When you shoot the boss, it will get disoriented for a moment after a certain amount of damage. This is your opportunity to take more distance and reload. Now let's move on into our second boss, the Spider. This boss is basically the opposite of the Butcher. Spider is very fast and can move in the walls and the roof. Spider shoots a green toxic cloud at your location, which only deals damage while you're standing in it. Spider also can jump on you, that deals a decent chunk of your health. To avoid this, just don't give it the time to make the jump. Shoot it whenever you can and get a shot in. If you need to reload, make sure the Spider can't see you. Spider is killed by using guns, and poison does not work against it. There are multiple ways to beat the boss, and since this game has just been released to early access, more strategies and tips will come up. Boss fights are difficult, so go in prepared and be ready to have some company. After you have defeated the boss, you need to start banishing it back to hell. Banishing takes a while, and during this time every hunter in the game can see the location of banishment in the map. And that means they might be coming for you. Now things will get tricky. When you have banished the boss and picked up the loot, you will become trackable to every hunter, meaning they can track you with their dark sight or by watching the map for your exact location. You will need to find your way quickly to the extraction point. Each extraction point and boss location is randomized in every game. So after you revealed yourself to other players, you need to make quick decisions based on the situation at hand. You can either try to rush it, which means you're running to the nearest extraction point. This is a very risky move, since everyone will assume you will do that. That might lead to an ambush that will cause probably a certain death. The extraction will take 20 seconds, and after that you won the game. Doing the extraction with your partner rewards double the reward, so don't leave a brother behind. There are many different monsters in the terrain and in the compounds that will make your life difficult. They can be avoided or killed depending on the situation. Everything in the Hunt Showdown hurts and are attracted to sound, so shooting with guns in the wrong situation will get you piled by everything around you. So keep your surroundings clean or make sure you have an escape route if you see a player that you're about to shoot. I suggest using melee weapons, although there are some exceptions. The first are the usual grunts, zombies. They are easy to kill, normally takes one hit to the head with a melee weapon, but they can hurt if not dealt with correctly. Some grunts have sharp weapons that will cause bleeding and torches that will burn you and leave a burning effect, similar to bleeding. Keep in mind, if your health bar is burned, it cannot be healed back during the game. Only way you get the bar back is buying it with trade points if you survive the game. Armored zombies, or as I like to call them, golems, are tough, medium-sized tanky grunts that will withstand more damage than the regular ones. They can be easily killed with a machete or a knife if fought correctly. Hives. These creatures are annoyingly hurtful with their range attacks and abilities to poison you. Try to avoid them, but if you find yourself in a situation where you have to pass them, I suggest shooting them quickly. They will melt you down fast if you don't kill them first. One shot to the hanging head will do with any weapon. Meatheads or jumbos are big, angry, berserk-like creatures that usually are wielding a sharp weapon. Like the hives, it's best to avoid them, since fighting them is like fighting the butcher. Do not get too close to them. Small leeches that roam around the jumbos are basically like a tracking system. If you get caught by one, the jumbo will charge towards you and, well, kill you. And finally, hellhounds. Although they are easy to kill with guns, you shouldn't underestimate their power to tear you apart. Each bite deals 65 damage, which is slightly over one big bar of health. When a pack attacks you, you need to deal with them immediately. Hellhounds are attracted by voice, and while on prowl, they won't make much sound. So if they are after you in the woods, the time you notice the first one, you are most likely already doomed. So that concludes the video. If you think I missed something, or you have something to add or ask, be sure to comment down below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. You can also find me on Twitch TV, the link's down below. Thank you guys for watching.